Okay, hello. Welcome everyone to the Confident Woman Internet series. My name is Clarissa Findley. I'm your host today. I'm a life designer helping women release what's stopping them from stepping into their courageous future. And I'm so excited to have Jamie Nicole here with us today. She is a natural healing coach. She's a certified holistic health and empowerment coach. And she teaches busy professionals and purpose-driven leaders how to make healthier choices through their dietary and lifestyle changes. So I'm so excited to have her with us today and hear a unique perspective on how we can develop confidence from, inside our bodies and how that radiates out. So Jamie, thank you for being here.
No
And
problem.
yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you
for
so much.
having me.
You're welcome. I'm so excited. So first of all, I'd love to hear your story and what brought you to where you are now and what your mission is, and how you have found confidence in your own self.
hmm well, it's funny. Like you said in my introduction, I am a certified holistic health coach, but that was not my life's journey. That was not what I thought I was going to be growing up. I set myself out to eventually go to law school because I like Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show. And so I entered business school and had plans after that. However, sometimes the world just takes you on a different journey than you originally set out on. So it was when I was in college that I noticed that I started having a lot of, I wouldn't consider them health issues at the time. I was in college, I was in college, I was married, I had kids, I was divorced. I went through a lot in a very short period of time. And myself, like most women, like most mothers, I thought the symptoms that I was experiencing were just normal fatigue, normal anxiety, normal depression or angst that you would get from having so many things on our plate. A lot of times we as women, carry the burdens of the world, carry the burdens of our family, and we put ourselves last. And that's what was happening with me. So long story short, I went through a series of ups and downs. And I guess at that particular time, my mindset was that I had to keep going. It was something that was inside of me that, although detrimental to my health at the time, kept me going to drive to get my goal. My end goal was to finish school with my master's degree. So I was able to do that, but I was still experiencing the tiredness. I was still experiencing the fatigue. So long story short, I ended up moving back to Houston, started moving up the ladder at my job. My kids were settled. I had just purchased a house. And I wanted, like most women again, to lose weight. And I wasn't working. I was doing everything right. I was working out. I was eating right, but I still felt the tiredness. I still felt the exhaustion, and I still wasn't able to reach my goal. So long story short, I decided to start putting me first. I started to pay more attention to myself and taking better care of myself. As a part of that, I went to the doctor. Learned that it wasn't just fatigue, that it wasn't just my lifestyle that was causing me to feel that way. I had some other issues going on, and my passion from healing those naturally just continued to grow. And I decided to become a natural healing coach because us as women, especially, sometimes we go, and then we get accustomed to feeling bad, right? So I thought that was my norm. And once I felt better, I kind of liken it to when you first get glasses for the very first time, and you don't know how, you knew you had problems seeing. I knew I was tired, but I didn't know how bad it was. And then once I got those glasses, and I was like, whoa, it's an entirely different world. And so once I felt that for myself, I wanted other people to feel that as well. And so I decided to go to school to officially become a certified health coach, so I can help other women put the focus back on themselves, start taking care of themselves. And then from that, it just grew and expanded. And now I'm able to do much more. I have the energy to achieve the goals that I want to achieve that I didn't have before. So I'm just blessed by that. And that's my gift that I want to share with others.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it amazing how our paths lead us to what we're meant to do? It's like,
Yeah.
life just kind of shows it to us.
It drives you in that direction, whether or not you intended to or not. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Well, thank you for sharing your story. So how does, healing our bodies and healing that help us develop confidence?
Well, again, it's a lot of it is about feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
How you feel on the inside reflects on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they always say especially when you're doing videos or you're working, for example, when you're working from home, get up, put on an outfit so you can show how you're feeling on the outside. So a lot of times, I know, especially for me, especially for a lot of my clients, if we're not feeling good on the inside, we're not able to achieve our daily tasks. And so that kind of prohibits us from expanding and going beyond what we can ever imagine with our life, our career, our families. So making sure that you're taking care of yourself on the inside reflects on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. It's definitely an inner game,
Mm-hmm.
and then it shows on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you would like to share a little bit with us how you help your clients with that inner work.
Mm-hmm. That's so funny that you say that. When you think a holistic health coach, a lot of people always assume that we're strictly dealing with nutrition and that we're strictly dealing with fitness. But once you start pulling back those barriers, you see that it's another root cause, right? A lot of us know that we're supposed to eat vegetables, we're supposed to work out, but what are those barriers that are blocking us from doing that? A lot of times it's fear, right? We have a fear on the inside that we're not going to be able to achieve our goals. A lot of times it's stress. We have that outer stress, whether it be from our families, whether it be from our career, whether it be from our relationships. So the first key is making sure that whatever is within us, right? Whatever personal problems that we have going on, that we're able to, number one, recognize them. And then number two, develop ways to address them. And the best time to do that is not when the situation occurs. I often talk about stress as far as stress perception. People always say, well, we can get rid of stress. It's something that we can, take care of and it'll go away. When at the end of the day, stress and life situations are going to continue to impact us on a daily basis. But finding those things, like when you wake up in the morning, those affirmations, and I know it sounds cliche, right? When we wake up in the morning, and to just kind of put out into the universe what you want and who you are. If no one else does that, that needs to be the first conversation you have with yourself in the morning. And so those things you can pull on those not so good days. When you're having a good day and you're practicing, those are the things that you can pull on in those not so good days. The next thing is gratitude, right? For me, gratitude is so important in changing our mindset and how can I say it? The preconceived notions that we have for our life and how they're supposed to go. Like I mentioned in my intro, my life has not turned out exactly how it was supposed to, or how I thought it was supposed to go. I would have never imagined that I would be married, 2 kids, and divorced before I finished college. However, number 2, practicing gratitude for what you have, gratitude for where you are in your life right now. So knowing that your current situation doesn't determine your final destination, and practicing gratitude in the moment really helps you focus on number one, what's good in your life right now and what the possibilities are in the future. Number 3 is making sure that you're content with you. I know sometimes we allow people to get in our heads and place unrealistic expectations on ourselves. But it really is you who determines what your best life looks like. No one else but you. So making sure that I don't want to say not concerned with others' opinions of you, but your opinion of you is the main one that matters, and the main one that you're looking to drive you on a daily basis. So
Mm-hmm.
those would be the three things. You're content with yourself, you're practicing gratitude, and you're making sure that you're affirming yourself on a daily basis and using those things to pull on those days that aren't so good.
Mm-hmm. I love this. I love this conversation because, I have a lot of experience in my own body image issues, and, I would love to lose some weight, and I feel like that is so related. Sometimes I allow it to cause me to not feel as confident as I could. And so
Mm-hmm.
I love this conversation because it's not really about that. It's really about the underneath, and like you were just saying, allowing yourself to be grateful and be happy about who you are in this moment,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just always wanting something else.
And
So
another key point with that as well is finding your why, right?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
With my clients, I normally do an initial assessment, and every single time they say the same thing that you said. I want to lose weight. That's my key thing. I've gotten
Mm-hmm.
to a certain age. My hormones are out of control. I've gone to different doctors. They haven't been able to help me. A lot of the people that I deal with have autoimmune issues, have hormone issues. But I do understand the weight loss, because that was what I said earlier. I wanted to lose weight. I was doing everything right, but it wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I asked that deeper question, why do you want to lose weight? Well, I just want to lose weight. Well, how are you going to feel once you reach that goal? So attaching it to a feeling instead of a goal, we kind of unravel something else a little deeper as to why that's so important to them. And once we can figure out what that is, the confidence in the feeling is not necessarily tied to the weight loss. Because what if you can't lose weight? There are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people who are out there who have thyroid issues, who have other health issues, that no matter what they do, they can't lose that weight. And if we get to that point, and I had to do that myself. I'm a fitness instructor. I'm a health coach. I know what to eat. Sometimes it seems as though no matter what I do, it's not coming off, ladies. I'm having issues, or I'm injuring myself, or something else happens, or I don't have time, or, there's only so many hours in the day. And I know when I get older, I need to do more working out, but I just can't figure it out. What if this is the body that you're supposed to have? How do we get to a space where we're confident and happy in the body, in the box that we're in right now? And it doesn't necessarily, our happiness is not tied to us being a particular size. And so once we start peeling back those layers, it's not about weight loss. It's about stress management. It's about being content with where I am with myself right now. And regardless of the outcome, I'm still going to work out, and I'm still going to eat healthy, because I want the person that I am to be healthy. But if the weight does not come off, how do we find a way to be content with ourselves with the body that we have?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So what do you find that most people have as their why? Like what are some of those underlying reasons why we aren't happy with our bodies, or why we want to lose weight?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it is, societal, where
Mm-hmm.
we're comparing ourselves to others. We are inundated with what we see on the internet now, unrealistic expectations on Instagram, unrealistic expectations on TV. And so we feel as though that our happiness will be tied to a certain size, um, or we will find better acceptance, right? Other people will accept us more if we're a better size. And sometimes I get caught up in that too, because I'm always like, you're your walking billboard.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, this is for me personally, not my clients, I want to share that first. Once my quote unquote resolution changed from wanting to lose weight to wanting to be the healthiest person that I could be, mind, body, and spirit, the happiness that I got from that, from feeling good, from being able to do the things that I wanted to do, right, that I couldn't do before because I was so tired, from being able to explore, being able to dance, being able to run, just being able to do things that I couldn't do before. I found a different source of joy that wasn't tied to how I looked. It was tied to how I felt. It was tied to what I was able to do for others. I get so much joy, even as a fitness instructor. This is what I see a lot. I have health issues that prevent me from losing weight, but other people don't have those issues. I still get joy from people watching people come to my class and lose weight on their journey. That gives me happiness. And so it doesn't matter so much how I look. I'm not saying that I look bad, but, I had a particular goal in mind, but that's not what's most important to me. I find my joy from other areas. And once those people are able to find joy, true joy, that's not tied to how they look, it matters, their health matters, but how they look starts to matter less. Mm-hmm. And so they find their own confidence from being able to give back to the world, give back to society, and it's not tied to something superficial like how they look.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I love that. It mm-hmm. reminds me of, I always think of, like if I start to run, I'll like run for 2 days, and I'm sure I don't look one bit different, mm-hmm. but I feel different. I mm-hmm. I feel better, and it gives more confidence because I'm doing something that makes me happy and mm-hmm. getting outside and like all of those other things. So I mm-hmm. love that you're sharing.
Being able to feel stronger, being able to achieve tasks, and many people call them those non-scale victories. Mm-hmm. Focusing on those non-scale victories. For me, I used to not be able to run a quarter of a mile, right? I used to have such a leg pain and knee pain and asthma, and it was a task. Now I started out doing that because I wanted to lose weight. Mm-hmm. That was my initial goal. But once I started achieving those milestones that I never thought I was would be able to achieve, once I broke past those physical barriers and those physical limits that I had mentally placed on myself and was able to achieve something that I never thought I would achieve, that felt so good, right? Mm-hmm. And that's another important thing too. Like we live in our own particular moment with a goal in mind. And sometimes if we say we won't be happy until we reach that goal, we never get to enjoy those little moments that we have along the way. So making sure that we step back and say, hey, I may not have achieved the long-term goal, but look what I did. I can now run a quarter of a mile. Now I can now run a 5K. Now I set a next goal. So again, I'm doing all this running. I still may not have lost the weight, but I still have accomplished something that I'm proud of. And that makes my heart happy. Right. And so now I have a purpose when I wake up every morning. Hey, I may not lose weight, but I was able to achieve something that I never thought I would achieve. And that gives me so much more satisfaction than, going down a pant size.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's really about so much more than that. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for everything that you've shared. What are some little tweaks that our viewers can make in their lives to help them implement these things?
Excuse me. Well, first is finding out their why. Mm-hmm. If you don't have a why with everything that you want to accomplish, it's going to make those difficult times harder, and then you're going to want to give up. But if you find your why, whether it be something that you have wanted to do for yourself for a long time, whether it be, something that you want to show your kids that that no matter what happens, no matter what they're going through, they can pull the strength to accomplish anything. Find out what your why is, and don't necessarily tie it to a long-term goal. Make sure that you have little bitty steps along the way where you can celebrate those, whatever I'm going to say, non-scale victories, those victories along the way before you reach your end goal. The next thing is let go of fear. Mm-hmm. You understand that you have everything that you need within you to make sure that you accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Whether that, I know we focus mostly on weight, and I was talking about, because I'm a health coach, I talked about health related goals today, but whether it be career, I'm a career woman. Not only have I started my own business, I have climbed the corporate ladder, and I had goals that I wanted to reach that were important to me. But if if you don't reach executive, then what, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are those little milestones along the way? Who can you teach? Who can you help? What difference can you make in the world? And just making sure that you don't put too much pressure on yourself. A lot of times we get disappointed and we lose our confidence because we have set these unrealistic expectations on ourselves, whether they come from ourselves, whether they come from our family, whether they come from the world. You can be confident and not be superwoman.
Mm-hmm.
I gave that up a long time ago. I can't do everything. I don't want to do everything, nor should I have to. And so once I started releasing those unrealistic expectations on myself, it's okay for the house to be dirty. It's okay for me not to accomplish everything on my task list. I'm still important. I'm still, I'm still meeting my goals. I'm still the bomb, whether or not I cross out everything or not. Stop setting those unrealistic expectations on yourself. And I think lastly, just because I know it's so hard, make time for downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes, quote unquote, confident women are considered strong women who have to take care of everything all the time. And I have a saying that, the captain, if the ship goes down, everyone goes down, the captain too. So, another example, on the airplane, they always tell you to put your mask on before you put it on the person next to you. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of others, yourself, or any of the responsibilities other responsibilities that you have in your life. So make sure you take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. And I love it. It's something that I've been working on for a long time, because I used to think like, the busier I am, the more important I am, or the more, whatever. And now I'm like, no, like,
yeah, make sure you have that
you gotta
downtime.
take time.
It's so important.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Jamie, thank you so much for everything that you've shared. Where can our viewers find you?
Yes, of course. On the internet, my web address is www.naturalhealing.coach, not com, coach. Also, I am on Facebook and Instagram at Heal Coach. That's the @ HEALCOACH at Heal Coach.
Okay, awesome. I'll make sure to post those below too. And did you have a free gift for our viewers as well that you wanted
Yes,
to share?
I did. I have a free gift, and it is called Speak Life, a starter guide through gaining self-love through self-care. And so I have that for you guys. And it's if you go to www.speaklife2019, you'll be able to download that gift for free immediately. And it has tons of tools, some of which I talked about today. It has a gratitude challenge about incorporating meditation, affirmations into your life. Just little tips and tools that you can use on a daily basis. Even eating foods that have a high vibrational frequency and give us more energy, so we can accomplish what we need to accomplish on a daily basis. So I hope you download that. I hope you read it. I hope you enjoy it. And as always, my contact information is in there. And if you have any questions or want to send me any comments on the guide or how you implemented anything in there, feel free to do so. And I would love to hear from you.
Awesome. That sounds amazing. Yeah, we'll post all of that below so that people can grab that. That sounds like an amazing tool. So
Awesome.
thank you so much. Yes. So as we wrap up, is there any last thoughts that you would like to share?
No, just take it easy on yourself, right? Sometimes we are our own worst critics. Confident women are strong women. They're determined women. They're women who oftentimes put themselves last, but in the long run, that's not good for ourselves. That's not good for our family, and that's not good for our long-term goals. And if we're not 100%, that's not good for our confidence either. So making sure that you take care of yourself first is one way that you can make sure that you remain long-term a confident woman.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for watching. And we'll be back again tomorrow with more. Bye for now.
Bye.